Hi, and welcome to another session of Monday Mindfulness Meditation with me, Sandra, and Start Making Sense. So find your meditation posture. And because it is going towards the end of the year, but you can do this actually even more often, we're going to have a little bit of a year-end reflection today. And don't worry, you will get some of the tasks and the questions I'm going to ask in your email. So you just let it flow, whatever we're doing today, just going with the flow. So finding your meditation posture and settling into that position. Beautiful. And connecting yourself with the ground underneath you. Becoming aware of where you are sitting on and how you are sitting. And if you need to correct your posture a little bit. And hand all your body weight over to the ground underneath you. And as we step away from the day that we had so far, we're leaving everything else outside this room. Everything that happened before, everything that may or may not happen afterwards. Just leave it outside this room. Inside this room, during our meditation, there's no memory of the past. There's no concerns about the future. There's no responsibility for you right now. It's just you and your breath. So slowly become aware of you sitting in this room right now, breathing. Breathing in and breathing out. Becoming aware of that gentle flow of air in and around your nostrils, just as it is. Just feel it. Feel how putting your attention on your breathing already starts calming your mind and your body. Become aware how focusing on this just one thing, the breathing, lets the mind settle. And if a thought should come up or any other distraction, just realizing that there is one. And then let it go. Like a cloud in the sky. And bring your awareness to the next gentle breath. And feel the flow coming and going. And while you're focusing on your breathing, what I would like to do today with you, I would like to celebrate the successes of the past year. I would like you to be able to finish strong and then start even stronger. And when we're acknowledging the successes, which we will later on in the main meditation, we're honoring the struggle. We're honoring the fact that we are tired. We're honoring the fact that the restlessness can rest for a few days, be it during the silly season, or we call it in between years. Honoring that struggle. Because you can't build on top of a success that you don't acknowledge. Feeling your breathing. Breathing in and breathing out. Wherever you are in your life right now, this is where you're at. But the interesting question is, where do you want to be in a year? 3 years? 5 years' time? But for this to become a real vision, we need to acknowledge where we are. And we need to acknowledge where we came from. So where is your attention right now? Is it on your breathing? Just stay with your breathing for a few more moments. And maybe also acknowledge that there are things that you want to do different. There are things that you want to have more in your life. There are things that you want to change. Where is your attention right now? Is it on your breathing? Breathing in and breathing out. And sometimes we put our attention too much on the problem. So we're giving the problem too much weight. Acknowledging the problem and not the solution. And the solution lies already within you and within the flow. So let the breath flow. Now bring your awareness to the crown of your head and let go of any tension you might be holding on to there. Let it flow down on you, down towards the ground. Smoothen your forehead, Soften your eyebrows, your eyes, and your cheeks. Soften your jaw. Your tongue lies relaxed in the middle of your mouth where you feel the teeth. Every in-breath is taking on fresh oxygen. Every out-breath is releasing stress, toxins, and hardness. So contact the relaxing quality of your out-breath as often as possible. Relax your neck. Let it melt away. Relax your shoulders. Make them wide. Let your arms hang loose. All fingers let go. Relax your torso. Relax your pelvis. Relax your legs. Just let them go. If you feel any tightness anywhere in your body, just release it with your out breath. Feel your whole body now, sitting here in the now, being present. And as you drift into a deep state of relaxation, imagine that you are transported to your mindful place, wherever that is. Maybe it's a meadow, maybe it's a beach, maybe it's underneath a tree. Maybe the air is warm and fragrant. The sky may be deep blue. Can you feel the sun bathing you in its comforting warm light? Maybe you're hearing some sounds, and let them just wash through you. So imagine yourself in this beautiful, mindful space of yours. Feel a sense of connection, a sense of comfort, enjoying the experience of being embraced and nurtured. So now in your mind's eye, visualize a pond. Upon its surface are ripples and currents moving in all different directions. These ripples are your thoughts and feelings. Imagine the ripples diminishing and disappearing. until there is just one tiny ripple. Watch it rolling out on the shore. And notice how still the water has become. Notice how quiet your mind can be. Continue to breathe in this stillness. And let all remaining uncertainties exit with your breath. Let your whole being become one of calm and peace. And stay in this peaceful, calm energy for the next few moments. So again, my question for you, wherever you are in this moment, in your life right now, this is where you're at. And we made it nearly to the end of the year. And where are you at this very moment? I want you to have a look into the last year. Remind yourself, how did you go into this year? Do you remember New Year's Eve last year? Where were you? What were you wearing? Who were you with? If your life were a movie, which movie would it be? If your life were a soundtrack, what would the movie be like? What would the soundtrack be like? So we're starting the movie at New Year's Eve last year. Maybe you had some goals. Maybe you had something you wanted to achieve. So just look at this year. And I want you to look mainly where you are right now. And from this point of view, we're taking off into the new year. So how did you start this year? Because what we're going to do is we're going to declutter, not your place, not your house. It's about decluttering your mind, your body, your free time, and your work. So when you look at this last year, what were the highlights of your last year. I give you a few moments for exactly that. What was something last year that really makes your heart jump when you think about it? Makes you think, yes, that was it. Could be an achievement, could be an event. It could be a person you've met. Could be a place that you've been. So just be at your mindful place with your breathing and really, really look into this year, what you've really, really liked about it for the next few moments. I want you to find at least 5 things that were really, really nourishing you, that were really giving you happiness, that were really, really making you grow. 5 things from this last year. So maybe one of those things was something to do with your body. It could be something to do that you did in your free time that really made you happy, that really made a difference to this year. Maybe it had something to do with your business or with work that really made you grow. So really have a look into what you did and made you really, really happy and you enjoyed so, so much. So did you find 5 things that nourished you, that made you happy, and that you would like to have again next year probably? And now I want you to look at and go deeper into one thing that didn't quite go as planned as you thought it would. So something that you wanted to do this year, a goal, or whatever it is, and that didn't go quite as you wanted it to be, as you expected it to be, as you planned it to be. And if you're in your mindful place, there is no attachment to it. There's no emotion. There's no hard feelings about it. It is what it is. So if you just look at this one thing in the last year that didn't quite go as well as expected, and when you look at it, I want to check on your expectations. Maybe your expectations were too high. Maybe they were too low. Maybe there was another person involved when it didn't go as planned. Maybe they weren't your expectations anyway. So I want you to look at what it was that you wanted, the event or whatever that happened and didn't go quite as well as you expected it to be, as you planned it to be. Just look at it without attachment, without emotions. What didn't go quite as planned last year? And I want you to realize that it probably had nothing to do with you. Maybe it just wasn't aligned, or it wasn't to happen that way. So I want you to take really a good look into that and have it as a learning curve. Learning from what didn't go quite as well. Because if you know me well enough, you know that there is no such thing as failure. There is just two things. There's success and there's learning. A learning curve to do it better next time. Or maybe even an even better unexpected outcome that you haven't had planned. And the universe give you an even better outcome. But there is no failure. That is the importance. Like Edison, who said when someone asked him, well, you failed 100 times. And Edison said, no, I just found 100 ways how to not invent the light bulb. And that's what it is. So if one thing last year didn't go quite the way you wanted it to be, so maybe you just found one way how it didn't work, and just try again. You know, like a child who starts learning to walk and falls. So the child doesn't know it's so hard. It just wouldn't stop trying. It just keeps on trying to walk. And the child doesn't say, hey, it's so hard, I'm not trying again. It just carries on trying. So maybe for you, if you want to achieve something and it didn't go well, maybe you have to look at it differently. Different. A different approach. So what would be the learning curve from that? Was it your expectation? Was it a skill that was missing that you need to learn? Do you want to try it again next year? You want to try in another way? How does that sound to you? How does that feel to you? So which learning do you want to take into the new year? How's your breathing? And now I want you to go back to those 5 events, things, people that we had when we started going into our mindful place. Those 5 things in the last year that you enjoyed so much, that nourished you, that really brought you happiness and luck. Dive into those 5 things. Beautiful. Can you feel it? Can you see it? Can you enjoy it? So I'll leave you for a few more moments with that. I'll leave you with the memories of the last year and you deciding what you are taking into the new year. Which of those beautiful things do you want to have more in the new year? Bathe into that. Enjoy that with your breathing. Breathing in and breathing out for a few more moments in silence. How's your breathing right now? Has it changed since we started? Just feel into that breathing. So again, wherever you are in your life right now, this is where you are. And I want you to acknowledge where you came from a year ago. Acknowledge how you started this year. Acknowledge how you struggled in this year. Acknowledge that you are here right now, breathing, living, being. And if your attention is more on the problem than on the solution, you can change that. Put your attention on the things that you want more in your life. Put your attention on what you want different. Honoring the struggle means honoring the change. And I will send you some questions in the notes if you even want to go deeper. If you even want to make it a New Year's ritual, so you can look back next year and say, this is where I started. And this is where I'm going to. So bring your awareness to your breathing for one more time. Feeling that inflow. Feeling that outflow. Becoming more and more aware of your body in this room right now. Sitting here. Noticing your breath. Noticing your body. Noticing the space that your body creates. Noticing where your hands are placed and where your feet are placed. And slowly inviting life back into your body by moving your fingers and your hands. Moving your toes and your feet. Inviting a deeper breath into your body. And maybe stretching your neck or rolling your shoulders. Inviting another deep breath into your body. Stretching your arms, maybe your legs. And whenever you feel like it, gently open your eyes. Welcome back. So I invite you again to have a look back on how this year was for you. impressions that you got during the meditation, and maybe jot them down in a journal. Because in order to make a really, really good start, we need to have a look at where we are now and how we came to the point where we are right now. Learning from the learnings that we had, taking all the joyful and happy things with us into the new year. Some people we've left behind this year. Some people we've become as a gift this year. And from this point of view, we can then take into a better, improved new year. So let's declutter. And I hope you enjoy decluttering the mind and the body. And maybe also your home. Have a wonderful week. And let me know how you felt. And next week, we're going to create some space. See you then. Bye for now.